All right, welcome to another two-card review. We're finishing up Scarlet Witch's pack with a card I like I memed play. I played it, but it's like it's not good. So I'm really interested to hear people's thoughts about this one card. And then we're gonna be getting into the Guardians Most Wanted box and go through those aspect cards, which is pretty interesting. There's some good cards in that box. I was glancing through it before we really got started. And I was like, there's okay cards in here. Like I remember thinking they were all trash, and it turns out they weren't trash. I was trash at the game. So anyway, as always, we're doing a two-card review where I just giving you my thoughts on my cards. Make sure, let me know your opinions down in the comments about these cards. I'm always interested in reading that. So let's go check out Scarlet Witch's final card in her pack. Now, really quick, before we jump into this video, did you know you could be listening to this on a podcast player? Now, I know you look at a lot of cards and you go, well, I'm on YouTube. I want to look at the card and see it. I usually try to do a decent job of explaining it. I think it's all right. But if you don't want to deal with the YouTube ads or the YouTube player or whatever it may be, and you'd rather just listen to this in the background, you can go over to your favorite podcast player, iTunes, Spotify, Google, I don't know, whatever Google uses. It should be there. If it's not, let me know. I'll make sure the feed gets over there. But I really appreciate the support. There's been a lot of subscribers and a lot of people listening to the podcast, which is crazy. So thank you all for the support. It means a lot. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, if you want to support this channel, go down a little bit and click on the members button or the join button. I think it might be on YouTube. Click on the join button and become a member here. It starts at 99 cents. It helps out this channel so much, you would not believe. If everyone on my YouTube became a 99-cent tier member, would be doing this full time. As simple as that. So I really appreciate everyone. I mean, not everyone. A lot of people have been joining recently, and like honestly, thank you. Honestly, thank you. It really means a lot. So thank you for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Past that, if you don't really like YouTube memberships, you can go over to patreon.com/D20 Woodworking and see if you like any of the tiers over there. So let's talk about this card. Let's talk about this basic. So this is the last card in the Scarlet Witch pack. It's Recuperation. It's a basic event, 2-cost event. Alter Ego action. Heal damage from your alter ego equal to your recovery. Now, one of my big complaints for a lot of heroes in this game is that the recovery is like only 3. And I know that gets me in trouble nowadays, but it's only 3 recovery, right? Let's put that aside for a second. Let's just stick with the numbers, right? So to pay 2 to only recover 3 feels like not a great trade-off when I can just exhaust my alter ego, not my hero, my alter ego persona. Now, I get the argument. It's like, well, if you flip down, you don't want to exhaust all the time, or whatever. Like, I will find a way if I need to gain more life to do that, right? Like, it's crazy to me. This seems like a crazy card to me. And I honestly want to know. Like, pause this video, write me a dissertation about what, like, have you used this card? Is there something I'm missing with this card? Like maybe there is. I don't know. Maybe you're boosting your recovery crazy amounts somehow, like with plus stats or something. I don't know. I need to know because I played it once and I went, this doesn't make any sense to me. Like I just don't understand a situation in which I would use this card. Especially a lot of your resource generators, or not all, but a lot of them are hero resource generators. So like you can't even use your resource generators to help pay for this card. So it's just such a pain. I don't know. Like 2 costs seems like so much. Now, if it's Miss Marvel or something like that, where you can recover 5 and you like jacked her up with endurance or something, and she had like 1 life left. Okay, like I can almost see that. 2 for 5 is pretty good. 2 for 4 is not bad. 2 for 3 just seems like a really rough trade-off that doesn't 100% make sense to me. I don't know. This card just doesn't make sense to me. I just can't picture a situation. We also have cards like maybe we've covered it, maybe not. Crew quarters, where you can just exhaust the card to recover 1, and then you could do it again like in the next phase essentially. Like that just seems more efficient to me, right? It just seems better in the long run. Like this card doesn't make sense. And then plus, if you got this card and you weren't planning to flip down, like it's literally just a strength resource in your hand, right? Like I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there's supposed to be something there, and I don't see the there, right? Like I just don't see it. So please let me know if there's something I'm missing with this card, because I am honestly want to know. And apparently they reprinted this card in the Iceman pack, which makes no sense to me. Was the card that high in demand that people were like, please give us recuperation because D20 doesn't know how it works efficiently and we got to show him how to do it? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't understand why it was reprinted even. Whatever. So anyway, that's that card. That was the end of Scarlet Witch. Now we move on to Guardians Most Wanted. And we get the first card. This is Groot's deck. officially Groot's deck. And we get Starhawk, which is like a good protection ally. I remember when this card came out, there was a lot of hype around this ally because it's a good card. So Starhawk is a protection ally, 2 costs, 1 thwart, 1 consequential damage, 2 attack, 2 consequential damage with 3 life. When Starhawk takes damage exactly equal to his remaining hit points, return him to your hand, which was kind of a fascinating mechanic because obviously you could, what you could do theoretically is you could thwart 1 round. The next round you could attack 2, get this card back in your hand, bring the card back out, and attack another 2. Right? So in 1 round, you could theoretically get 4 attack from Starhawk, which is an interesting trade-off proposition, right? If you knew an a minion was going to do exactly 1 damage, like a Ultron drone minion, let's say, and you did 2 damage, and you got hit by 1 the other one, and Starhawk took the damage, it would come back into your hand then, which is also like cool, right? That's a cool way to do it. It's a very, very fascinating card. I know a lot of people worked around this card for a long time, trying to figure out different ways to use him. I use him less now. Like, there's nothing against him, but there's a lot of good allies out there now for protection that just make more sense to me. But there are times when I can see Starhawk, again, you play Starhawk 1 round for 2 costs. You thwart that round. Next round, you attack the 2, bring it back to your hand, put him back into play, attack another 2. Like, that sequence, like, I can get how that could be pretty useful and like can really just help with like minions, right? Protection still struggles with like high amounts of minions. Something like that I could see helping you out a fair amount. So I think there's a bunch of different things you could do. Also, on top of that, usually if you're protection, you probably want to take hits or you could defend against the hits or whatever. So play Starhawk early on, thwart the 1, whatever, and then just let him chill, right? Let him chill until you're ready to do a 2-2 kind of combo thing going on when you have the resources or if you have extra resources in your hand, right? Sometimes we end up with hands which is like a bunch of doubles and you're like, what do I do with this? Well, use Starhawk, bring him back in your hand, play him again, right? Like, I could see that sequence working. I think for me personally, when I started, I had the tendency of, well, I'm just going to use the ally and then had him take the hit to the face the next round, and then it just like it went to the wayside. I think you have to be very meticulous with Starhawk and how you use him and how you play him, with timing out the damage and whatever. But once you get in that mindset, I think he's actually a pretty good ally and can probably find at least a home in not all the decks, obviously, maybe not the most of the decks, but a fair amount of protection decks for sure. All right, thank you all for watching these videos and supporting this. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you've been enjoying these 2 card reviews. Always fun to do. Always a good time. So appreciate the support. Make sure you like the video, subscribe. If you're listening to this on the podcast, make sure you subscribe, leave a review, all that stuff. It really helps out all the channels. And I will see you all next time.